Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 10 Things Most People Spend Their Money On. I'm Dr. Prosper Tettey Doe, the United Kingdom, and I'm excited to share with you even these and other areas also of some few rules. So come along. The reference is notes from The Rules of Wealth by Richard Templar, an international bestseller. The first is security, a home of your own and enough money in the bank to support you in the way you want, plus a bit in hand for emergencies and a big enough pension to ensure a comfortable retirement. Secondly, comfort, a warm and spacious house, a big car, someone to clean or mow the lawns or do the laundry or mind the kids, and good quality medical care whenever you want it. 3, the third thing that most people spend their money on is luxuries, exotic holidays, fine wines, meals in top-class restaurants, expensive clothes, the best seats at sports events or opera or whatever you enjoy. Fourth is mobility, first-class train seats and plane tickets, trips on cruise ships, and chauffeur-driven cars wherever you are in the world. And the fifth is status, prestigious invitations, access to important people, and exclusive clubs, and perhaps even gratifying difference from others. I will pause here to say that they may not be everything: security, comfort, luxuries, mobility, status, and we'll continue to mention the rest, which are influence, freedom, leisure, popularity, philanthropy. That's all some people think about. They may not be everything. They may not even guarantee a happy life, but they are a pretty good basis to build happiness on. And what separates the wealthy from the not so wealthy? You will need to know how to go about generating greater wealth, which means you need to know what it is that separates the wealthy from the not so wealthy. So what you need to know is what principles and what behaviors the rich have that you don't have yet. Some of them you will realize that you know, but don't do. And as my mentor says, until what you know becomes what you do, you don't know anything. So we continue on what people spend their money on. The 6th is influence. As a generous donor of substantial sums, being able to make sure that your views and wishes are listened to and taken seriously. That's influence. The 7th is freedom. Not being dependent on employers, bosses, creditors, clients, customers. Not being a slave to the calendar, diary, or clock. Knowing you won't have to be a burden on your children. That's freedom. And the 8th is leisure. Time to do the things you want, go where you want, meet who you want, and when you want. And the 9th is popularity. Being able to entertain friends, acquaintances, and contacts frequently and generously, which does wonders for your social life. And 10th, philanthropy. Being able to make regular and substantial donations, which gives you the satisfaction of helping people. supporting organizations, and furthering causes you believe in. Thinking wealthy. How we think about wealth might be holding us back from having wealth. If in our hearts we believe, even subconsciously, that money is a bad thing, and having lots and lots of it is a really bad thing, then chances are we might be undermining our own efforts unwittingly to get lots of it. You can't make money while being lazy. You've got to put in some work here. You know, you've also got to know pretty intimately what you want, why you want it, how you think you are going to get it, what you are going to do with it after you've got it, stuff like that. And you may write these things down and have your personal answers to these questions. No one said this was going to be easy. The rules of other people's wealth. Don't judge. Don't envy other people's wealth. Other people's money belongs to them. They can give it all away if they like. Once they've gone, you can't ask questions. Blood comes before money. Your children owe you nothing. Don't make money taboo. If they give it to you, it is yours. The rules of life. You'll get older, but not necessarily wiser. There is an assumption that as we get older, we will get wiser. Not true, I'm afraid. The rule is we carry on being just as daft, still making plenty of mistakes. It's just that we make new ones, different ones. We do learn from experience and may not make the same mistakes again, but there is a whole new pickle jar of fresh ones just lying in wait for us to trip up and fall into. So the secret is to accept this and not to beat yourself up when you do make new mistakes. The rule really is be kind to yourself when you do mark things up. Be forgiving and accept that it's all part of that growing older, but no wiser routine. Wisdom isn't about not making mistakes, but about learning to escape afterwards with our dignity and sanity intact. The rules of work. Get your work noticed. Only submit a report occasionally. Make really sure that your report will actually work, that it will do good or provide benefits. Make sure your name is prominently displayed. Make sure the report will be seen not only by your boss, but their boss as well. And remember, it doesn't have to be a report. It can be an article in the company newsletter. Unsolicited reports is a brilliant way to stand out from the crowd. The rules of management. Get them emotionally involved. Get the team emotionally involved. Everyone deep down wants to be valued and to be useful. All you have to do is reach down far enough and you will find care, feeling, concern, responsibility, and involvement. Drag all that stuff up and they will follow you forever and not even realize why. So the rules of management is get them convinced, because it is true, of course, that they do make a difference, that it contributes to society in some way rather than just lines the owners or shareholders' pockets, or ensures that the chief executive gets a big fat paycheck. Now, the rules of parenting: relax. Really good parents expect their children to be noisy, messy, bouncy, squabbly, wingy, and covered in mud. How about that? So really good parents, they know they've got 18 years to turn these small creatures into respectable grown-ups, and they pace themselves. No rush to get them acting like adults. They will get there in good time. The next rule is the rules of love. Be yourself. If you fake it, you will attract someone who belongs with a person that isn't you. And how will that help? Somewhere out there is someone who wants exactly the kind of person you are, complete with all the flaws and failings you come with. And I'll tell you something else. They won't even see them as flaws and failings. They will see them as part of your unique charm, and they'll be right. So the rules of love might as well get it all out in the open now. 10 things most people spend their money on is what we have discussed. And thank you for your attention. And it's my privilege to share this with you. And I hope that you also share this with your team. And spend time even on this, reflect on it, and put into practice. And don't forget to press the subscription button, subscribe, so that you receive future similar inspirational messages. Thank you, and I wish you all success in your endeavors. Bye.